I'm Todd.
Westin.
Westin, and you are?
Laura.
Laura? Okay. Whereabouts are you from?
Lakeville.
Lakeville. What kind of work do you guys do?
I am a customer service and purchasing manager at a glass manufacturing company.
Okay, and
I stay home.
awesome. You guys have kids?
One.
How many?
One.
One? All right. Have either of you been personally impacted, not just in the broader scope, but personally impacted through work or anything like that? Loss of income?
Through work? No.
No? Okay. Do you know you have friends or family members that have lost jobs or struggling right now to make ends meet?
Nope.
No. And I promise this is not a hit piece. I'm actually trying to get coverage that the real media isn't going to get for us. What's your take on both COVID-19 and the measures that governors and other elected officials are taking, like Governor Walz? How do you respond to that? What do you think is the right way for us to be handling this?
I don't know.
It's overblown. It's not necessary measures for the severity of what's happened. So it's just gotten out of control. The shutdown wasn't necessary for the number of deaths that has been going on. They said that we need to shut down and not mingle or social distance to help flatten the curve so that the hospitals could take on the mass sicknesses and all the beds that were needed, but it hasn't accumulated. There's been lots of layoffs in hospitals, and I know a lot of people that have, or co-workers that have spouses that work at clinics and stuff like that. They've just been laid off because there isn't work at the hospitals and stuff.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to decimate our healthcare system from not being able to operate. You know?
Right. I get what you're saying. How old is your child?
He is almost 17 months.
Almost 17 months. So you're not speaking from a place of like this doesn't. COVID-19 doesn't have an impact. It could have an impact on you guys because kids tend to have. It's probably a crazy way to do this today with all the horns. We hear stories about young kids being, vulnerable and whatnot. So it's not like you're out here and nobody in your family could be impacted by this, but you're out here because it's more than just being protected from a virus.
Yeah, and I'm really worried about just the precedent that's being set for liberty and our freedoms. And I'm really worried about the world my son is going to grow up in if we can just suddenly take these draconian measures without really weighing the damage that's being done with them.
How long do you think the economy, and obviously most of us out here aren't economists, but we all work. How long do you think the economy could take, just in Minnesota alone, could take being shut down before we start seeing approaching a place where we're not coming back very easily? I think to some degree, I think we're there already. How do you feel about that?
No, I completely agree. It's going to be hard to get back to where we were. We had a fantastic economy, nationally and in the state of Minnesota. State of Minnesota unemployment levels were just ridiculously low. It's like 3%, which is essentially the unemployment. It's going to take quite a while to get back to that. A lot of businesses, I don't know if they'll be able to recover, just not be able to open back up. The company I work for, they applied for the small business loan. We got that, but before that, we were getting as lean as possible. We had several layoffs.
So your company that you work for has had to lay people off?
Yeah, I laid a couple people off.
Oh, so you're in a supervisory role?
Yeah.
And so this has impacted you personally because that's hard.
Yeah.
To have to lay off employees, even if they're understanding.
Right.
And his sister had a baby like a month ago, over a month ago now, and we haven't been able to meet the baby just because of...
Yeah, my daughter just had her first child 3 weeks ago, so I get it.
Yeah, it's tough.
So, if the governor were to come out here and was willing to talk to just one couple or one person, and he picked you guys because you're standing here and you're subdued, but you're out here, what would you say to him? What would be your argument? What would be your plea to him?
Go for it.
She's like, thanks.
It's not American. It's not constitutional. You can't force us to, stay closed. I think a better approach would be like what the governor of Georgia's doing, where it's like, hey, if you want to open up, you can. No one's making you, but if you want to, no one's making you go into work. If you guys don't want to open up your businesses, you don't have to. No one's making you go purchase items, go to these stores that are opening up. If you are afraid, that's fine. Do your thing, but I don't think it's right that the state should be shut down. It's inappropriate.
People aren't able to feed their kids. I mean, it's just not okay.
Right.
It's a lost income.
Right. We're hearing stories about people being in line at food shelves for hours in some places.
And it's like, how does that help anything if now we have people gathering in those settings instead of going to work and doing something that probably would have had them more isolated? It just doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you guys. And your name again was?
Laura.
And you are?
Westin.
Westin. I appreciate you guys talking to me, and the civility is awesome. One thing I've been trying to tell people is, like, we have to approach this differently than our opponents, for lack of better terminology. We have to be civil. We can't respond with the same cursing and the ad hominem attacks. So I really appreciate the civility and the fact that you're willing to talk and stand up for people, even though you guys aren't necessarily directly, personally, financially impacted, but to recognize the need of it. So that's really cool. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you.
Thank you.